EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That 180. Right there, in the middle. 50 quarter.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
180.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the clock.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Switzer on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, watch out. Check for my 7. 54 is Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Austin. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Oh, he's looking long for Witten. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Under Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tavon Austin. 82 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
They're on 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Mike, 55, check.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards that time for number 19. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. These two teams all tied after 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. Now Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Prescott on first down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper. For 60 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Snell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Roethlisberger. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the center.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Switzer. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and it's third down.
All right, now, 230. Easy. Bud. Let's go. Mark 55.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he's got Moncrief. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
24.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Ben to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Here's Prescott. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go. Black 80. Whirl. Black and 3.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Cooper again the target, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Elliott running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Prescott from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right, and his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Roethlisberger. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jeff Heath. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 79 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Get some space. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. 19 yards that time for number 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And it's 2nd down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown.
Let's go, baby.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They go to Elliott again. Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's got his target. It's Cobb. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Like 30. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack, Roethlisberger. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A first down there on a pickup of 25. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here we go, 46 and 47.
Throwing here, Prescott. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play action, now Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. A gain there of 30 big ones. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hitting this game, didn't it? For them to...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. 488. Here we go. 47. Under. 196.
A first down carry by Elliott. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Prescott on the keeper. A 1-yard loss on
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going to take a shot for Gallup. It's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Matt.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the San Antonio Marshals. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. For Sutton, the receiving numbers from last week's game. 6 catches, 120 yards even.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. They'll have a tough time.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Hand shoot spot! Go out! Get it!
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. 16
yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
To throw is Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They go play action. Bridgewater. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
That's it, huh?
Deshaun Hamilton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing to start the drive. Weeks. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Pilot, 64, weak. You ain't going nowhere. Hey,
we've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's caught off the deflection. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Back to throw. Weeks.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
That'll be taken in there by James Washington. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw. Weeks. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater completes it to Fant on the right side. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
That's what I do.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in...
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Base. Check 53, Mike. And let's pin them.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 9 now. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry, always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater, throw left side complete. It's Lindsey. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Back now in San Antonio. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so that's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing on first down. Weeks. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full.
And he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. The throw taken in by Hamilton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down, Freeman. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The situation for him offensively as follows. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They should have done it. They should have done it.
That interception. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Broncos, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.